anti-U.S. slogans. This anger and these protests were not, however, confined to just the Middle East. ABC's Mike Von Friend is in Washington.
1, 2, 3, 4, we don't want your racist war.
The loud protests that had followed the administration across the country this week today was just outside the White House gates.
No more war!
Hundreds of demonstrators marching to protest the administration's plan to attack Iraq. Inside the White House, the president had summoned his top advisors to put the finishing touches on the battle plan against Iraq. National Security Advisor Sandy Berger said the protesters do not represent the majority view.
The American people generally unite behind their president in these circumstances, and there's no question in my mind they will again.
Berger also said if Saddam Hussein does not yield, the president has approved a plan to hit and hit hard.
If we are unable to resolve this peacefully and the president decides military force is necessary, it will be a serious action.
With 6,000 U.S. ground troops being stationed along Iraq's border, the administration remains confident Saddam Hussein will not retaliate with a biological strike. But military analysts warn the Iraqi leader is unpredictable.
It would certainly be foolish to ignore the risk that he might use biological or chemical weapons or lash out at another state.
So today, the 459th Airlift Wing left Andrews Air Force Base. Their mission is to provide a massive medical evacuation just in case Saddam Hussein decides to unleash his biological weapons. Mike Von Friend, ABC News, the Pentagon.
The crisis with Iraq, the subject tomorrow on This Week with Sam Donaldson and Cokie Roberts, Secretary of State Madeleine Albright.
This was the year West Nile virus was reported in the news. That was the first year, so it was like the strange. Who writes this shit, man?
When it broke, it was a frightening story. 2 men arrested in Las Vegas with what FBI officials suspected were vials of deadly anthrax. It had potential terrorism written all over it. Today, it is less clear what the 2 men were involved in, but anthrax, at least the kind that could kill humans, was not part of it. Here's ABC's Brian Rooney.
The FBI announced that what they confiscated Wednesday night was not deadly anthrax, but an anthrax vaccine for animals. Even so, the FBI said they plan to keep Larry Harris and William Levitt in jail at least until a hearing on Monday.
Both Mr. Harris and Mr. Levitt made statements to more than one individual, one witness, that they had in their possession military-grade anthrax.
One of those informants was a Las Vegas man named Ron Rockwell, who was working with Levitt and Harris on an anti-germ warfare machine. ABC News has been told that the FBI decided to act quickly Wednesday night after they were informed that a vial containing deadly anthrax had broken.
Because of the potential serious threat to the community, our actions had to be quick and decisive.
Since then, agents have seized more evidence at Larry Harris's home in Lancaster, Ohio, which they are testing. They're also staking out the home of William Levitt, a businessman who keeps a private microbiology laboratory on his property an hour out of Las Vegas. At the time of his arrest, Harris was on probation for receiving bubonic plague bacteria in the mail, but Levitt's attorneys obtained an order for his immediate release.
Because, quite frankly, they charge him with possession of the anthrax that be used for weapons. That was always foolishness, and it's foolishness now, but they don't have the case they thought they had.
Although he still faces charges, William Levitt will be released from the county jail tonight. And while the FBI may not have the case it originally thought, they say they're still investigating. Brian Rooney, ABC News, Las Vegas.
We have much more ahead on World News Tonight this Saturday, 1 week after his dramatic rescue. A 14-year-old snowboarder loses his life. The Pope creates a new and very international group of cardinals. And ABC's Carol Simpson traces the steps of Princess Diana through the landmines of Angola.
This is World News Tonight, Saturday.